How much does a degree in English actually help you become an author? My name is Gina. I am an author, editor, publishing professional. I help you make your writing better. It doesn't. Other than the fact that like learning is always good for you, there's nothing wrong with an English degree. It's not going to hurt you. It's not going to hold you back, but it is not going to be the magic arrow in your quiver of skills that makes you suddenly totally and completely ready to be a published author. Learning is always going to be good for you. Going to college, if you can afford it and without debt, is a net positive, I believe. I don't think that the diminishing returns of a college degree specifically are necessarily worth all of the debt. That's a decision you have to make for yourself, but getting an English degree is not going to give you a leg up into this industry. Look closely at the bio section of your favorite authors or of the agents that you are querying, or even the editors who are working at publishing houses, and how few of them actually have English degrees. Many of them have degrees from very elite universities, but they have them in other things. Many published authors do have college degrees. It is a career path that requires a lot of time and investment ahead of time before you make any money, and so it falls to people who have more privilege in their pockets. And so they tend to be much more educated than the average, but again, not as many of them have English degrees as you might think. There are certainly plenty of English degrees floating around. People who loved reading books are going to try their hand at writing one at some point. So yeah, there's a bunch of English degrees floating around, but it is not because of their English degree that they are successful. The English degree can give them some tools, but those tools can be learned in other ways as well. Those people are successful because they spent time honing their craft. They spent time putting pen to paper and being writers and becoming good at the thing that they love so much. And you can do that with an English degree in your back pocket. You can do that with an accounting degree or no degree at all. The ability to sit and learn and the ability to internalize feedback is something that anybody can pick up. This advice is doubly important at the master's level. An MFA is great if you can afford to do it without any debt. It is very unlikely to financially pay off, though that will give you a lot of skills that you can use in becoming a published author or an editor or somebody who works at a publishing house. But I took a class from Melanie Jacobson, who has a very, very successful self-publishing career, who after having a fairly successful traditional publishing career, and she taught a class on what her MFA taught her and how you can give yourself an MFA at home for free completely. And the answer was read critically a lot for a long time. You can pick up the skills on how to read critically. You can pick up the skills on how to write and self-edit. You can do all of this. It takes time, it takes effort, and it's not going to be fast. But neither is an MFA, neither is a bachelor's degree. You're going to have to put the time in one way or the other. If you can do school without incurring a lot of debt, and that's the thing that's going to give you the skills that you need, and you want somebody at your side helping guide you through that process, school's not a bad way to do that, but it's not a magic bullet.